here. We're slowly moving around the manse. Last time we were in the lounge, now we're in the dining room. And this talk, it's going to be a short talk, it's going to be about money. And actually this will be a twin talk. If you're hearing this before Sunday 24th of January, then I would encourage you also to come on Zoom, Mary Throw Baptist Church Zoom. And the title of the talk on Sunday is this: what would Jesus do if he encountered a rich person? So we're going to look at that on Sunday 24th of January 10:30. But this talk, it will be a twin talk to that one, also on the subject of money. And Sunday we're going to be in the New Testament, obviously with Jesus. With this one we go back to the Old Testament. We go to 2 Kings chapter 5. Now, while we've been doing this online church, we did do a talk from this particular chapter, and it's a story that you may be familiar with. It's that story about Naaman who had leprosy, and he heard through actually a young person that in Israel there was a prophet who had a reputation for being able to call down his God and answer prayers for healing. And so what happened was that Naaman travelled to Israel, and the prophet Elisha commanded him to go and wash in the river Jordan, and he was healed of his leprosy, and he was ever so grateful. And he actually offered Elisha money because he'd been healed of his leprosy, but Elisha turned him down. But there was someone listening, and the person listening was Elisha's servant, a bloke called Gehazi. And Gehazi, I think, was appalled that Elisha had turned down this offer of money. And so Naaman started his journey home. Gehazi ran after him, and then he lied through his teeth. This is what he said to Naaman. He said, 2 servants have just arrived from a far country, and my master told me to come after you and to ask for 2 sets of clothing and some money. So Naaman, very happy to help Elisha and Gehazi out, and so Naaman gave Gehazi some clothing and 2 talents of silver, which was the equivalent of thousands of pounds. So Gehazi had a love of money, which led to stealing, and that led to lying. And he was stupid to try and keep this secret, because his master was the prophet Elisha, who frequently heard from God, and it was very possible that God would reveal to Elisha what Gehazi had done, and that's exactly what happened. And the punishment inflicted on Gehazi was very harsh, you might think. What Elisha said to him is that the leprosy of Naaman shall cling to you. And so we read that the servant Gehazi went from Elisha's presence a leper. And so the moral of this talk today is this: that the disease that clings to you when you have an excessive love of money is difficult to get rid of. And as Christians, we need to take that seriously, because you know God looks at the love of money almost as a rival God. So if you have a problem with money, it's something you need to deal with. Thank you so much for listening.